Hi. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Taurus season. Oh, that's really funny. I woke up, okay, so last night I started getting a really sore throat and I just brushed it off. I was at Taekwondo, it's dry in the gym. So I was like, oh, it's probably just that. And then I woke up this morning and it was like, ugh. I just realized now it's Taurus season and Taurus rules the neck and throat. And I just posted my Taurus course talking about, hey, if your throat is sore during Taurus season, maybe ask yourself these questions. So I guess I have some reflection to do. But happy Taurus season. Welcome. If this is your first time with me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm a self-studied astrologer and a Taurus myself. I'm joining you guys from Northern Illinois. Today we're here to talk about the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is happening tomorrow. It's a big deal. I have a lot to say about that. But before we start, I just want to let you guys know that this year, right? So starting last Aries season, last month, I'm releasing a course every month to help you embody the sun sign that we're in, the sun season that we're in. And I got my act together this time. And I posted my Taurus course yesterday. I submitted it to Insight Timer. And then I got a notification that it will be live Monday morning. So Monday morning, my Taurus Embody course will be on my Insight Timer profile for everyone to see. However, if you guys are in my group, our spiritual community, I posted the link in there so you can get a sneak preview. You can get a little heads up for before the rest of the public as a thank you for your dedication. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I have a group on Insight Timer called Our Spiritual Community. You can get to it through my Insight Timer teacher profile. And it's mostly a group run by Bonnie. She posts the recap of all the oracle cards that we pull each day. But it's also a space just for us to hang out and chat and talk woo-woo stuff. So I put the link for my Taurus course there because we are officially in Taurus season. So, yes, we have Darla. Black dog is Darla, and orange dog is Gemma. Gemma's the boss lady of the house. Darla's just the sweet old southern lady who, she doesn't care. She gets yelled at all day, every day by Gemma, and Darla's so sweet. And then we got Big Boy Piston on the floor. We'll see if he stands up. Good morning, Violet. Hi, Bonnie, Christine, Lucy, Diana. Hello, Shauna, Deborah, Janelle, Julie, Elena, Lisa, Shauna. Yay, Taurus season. Hello, Mimi, Tam. Christine, I thought your voice sounded different. You know me so well. Lucy, good afternoon from England. Yay for Taurus season from another Taurus. Lisa woke up with a tickly throat this morning. We'll see. We'll see what that means. Top of the morning to you, Greg. Jenny, good afternoon. Your throat was doing that last week for 4 days, and I was thinking I need to speak up. Yeah, I have one of those anecdotal stories for today's chat, and I wonder if that's my voice was like, come on, get it out. It's time, get it out. Hi, Anique and Melinda. Hi, Kieran. Kieran says hi, Gemma. She heard you. Good morning, Debbie. Lisa is another Taurus ton. Taurus sun. A lot of Taurus in your chart. Always had throat problems. Mine usually comes in my neck. I usually have a stiff neck. This is not as common, but forgive me. I do have some hot water with lemon and honey and cayenne, so if I have to stop and sip, sorry for the radio silence. That's hot. Hi, Nancy, Catherine, Kelly, Christy. Nancy, happy birthday. Today's Nancy's birthday. Beautiful. I hope your weekend ahead can be as beautiful as your smile. Thanks, Kieran. So today, okay, let me be a little transparent. When I came here for my April astrology highlights, I talked about how today we would be talking about the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. And then I also said, we'll talk about Sun square Pluto. And I just don't feel like talking about Sun square Pluto. We're focusing today on Jupiter-Uranus. Maybe if it's prevalent, I might bring in Sun square Pluto when we get together on Monday. But Jess has a tickly throat. yesterday and today. You know, I babysat all day on Tuesday, and the kids were really snotty, so I don't know. I just wanted to be upfront and tell you guys that, hey, I told you we were going to talk about this, and we're not going to talk about that. But what we are going to talk about is this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. It happens tomorrow evening. I don't know exactly what time because it's such a big deal that the exact time in my mind doesn't matter, but it's like 9 p.m. Central Time. It's late in the day tomorrow. Jupiter and Uranus are going to meet up at 21 degrees of Taurus. So while this conjunction becomes exact tomorrow evening, the energies have been building throughout February, since February, and they will maintain their conjunction until mid-June. So when I say conjunction, I'm saying that these planets are within 10 degrees of each other. So in February, they met their 10-degree quota. Jupiter's coming. He's going to hit Uranus exactly tomorrow, and then it's going to take him until mid-June to be more than 10 degrees past him. So I just want to make it clear that the things I'm going to talk about today are not only applicable to this weekend. And I know that a lot of my followers have been anxiously awaiting my description of this event. And I want you to know that you're not missing out if you don't feel any change this weekend. Jupiter and Uranus are outer planets. They have slow-moving, long orbits. So this conjunction happening tomorrow is coming like a wave of energy that spans over 4 months. So just know that. This is something that you may have been feeling already, and you'll continue to feel it. So why is this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction such a big deal? First of all, this conjunction takes place every 13 or 14 years. So I want you to take that into consideration. I would like you, mentally or pull out a calculator, divide your age by 14. How many times have you experienced this conjunction? I did the math for you. Even if you're in your 70s, you've only lived through this type of conjunction a max of 5 times. Okay, this isn't something that is happening all the time. It's over a decade every time that we get Jupiter and Uranus meeting up together. The last time that Jupiter and Uranus came together, it happened in a series of 3 due to the retrograde cycle. So they met up in June of 2010, they met up again in September of 2010, and then they met up again January of 2011. So between June of 2010 through January of 2011, if you want to jot those dates down so you can reflect on that later, might be a good idea. June of 2010 to January of 2011. And that time, these planets came together at 0 degrees of Aries, 28 of Pisces, and 27 of Pisces. So we have a little bit of Aries and a little bit of Pisces there. Okay? Before that, just to give you one more extra date, was in February of 1997. That was the time before that Jupiter and Uranus came up. That was the time before Jupiter and Uranus met up, and that was at 5 degrees of Aquarius. January of 2011, Deborah. That was the last time. So this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is linked to rapid, unexpected, radical change. Uranus is the planet of lightning bolt energy. Do you guys remember our Taurus season card from Wednesday? I didn't even put those two together until after we got off. We pulled a card to describe Taurus season, and we got the lightning card, and Uranus is the planet of lightning bolts. So I just thought that that was interesting. Uranus is utterly unpredictable. You never know what he's going to do. You never know how he's going to throw you for a loop. And with this conjunction, his energy is amplified by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. He makes things bigger. I associate Jupiter with the Kool-Aid Man. He's big, he's here, he's in your face. I also associate Jupiter with Santa Claus because he has a bag full of goodies and he's always bringing gifts for you. But this time, his bag of gifts is full of unexpected, radical resources. This conjunction is happening in Taurus. Taurus is linked to the material plane, physical, tangible things. Taurus is an earth sign after all. So Taurus is therefore linked to finances, money, valuables, using money as a tool, using money as a resource. So this theme of Jupiter conjunct Uranus in Taurus, to me, feels like an abundance of unexpected resources. That's the bubblegum and rainbows way to look at it. And you know what? That's what I want. I want an abundance of unexpected resources. So that's what I'm choosing to focus on. Because we all live on a planet of free will, and we have complete control over what we focus on. I've heard a couple of other astrologers dip their toe into the idea of how this Uranus disruption can be uncomfortable and rather catastrophic. So I thought that this would be a really good time to share with you guys what was going on in my life during the last Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, 2010-2011. Just to give you an anecdotal way of how everything, no matter how disruptive and chaotic, how it's all serving your highest good. So I think this is why my throat hurts today. I honestly forgot that this is what my life looked like until I started pulling up dates. And then I was thinking like, wow, how is my life being disrupted? And I was like, oh my goodness. So in 2011, I turned 20 years old. I was a supervisor at Starbucks. I'd been working there for 4 years. That was my first job. It was all I knew. I was living with my boyfriend at the time. We had been together for 2 years at that point, and he was a decade older than me. And his company was comfortable because I'm the baby of 10 kids. Like, I'm used to hanging out with people that are way older than me. But we were living paycheck to paycheck. And at that time, I thought that that was meant for me. I kind of thought that that was like my only option in life. I couldn't see anything bigger. I was playing house, I was playing wifey, I would make his lunch every morning, and guys, I would literally kiss every potato chip, like half joking, because I thought the more I cared for him, the more worthy I would be of a decent life. But I was not fulfilled. I was bored. I was over it. So Jupiter and Uranus had 2 conjunctions 6 months prior in 2010. The final conjunction happened in January of 2011. My 20-year-old self did not know how to express that she was unsatisfied with life. I don't even think she knew that she was unsatisfied. I don't think that thought processed through her brain that like, oh, you're not happy, right? I think she was just like, yeah, this is life, this is fine. Which naivety might be a blessing sometimes. So 20-year-old Jacqui used the tools that she had available to her, and she started rebelling everywhere. So by September of that year, this is the aftermath of that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. By September of that year, I was fired from my job because I had completely stopped caring. I had accidentally gotten pregnant from another guy and made the choice that 20-year-old Jacqui thought was her best and only option in that situation. I admitted to my boyfriend that I had been cheating on him. We broke up, and I found myself sleeping on the living room floor of my alcoholic, abusive sister, where I would stay for about another year. Now, in the moment, when all that was going on, I was just going along for the ride. I knew I wasn't happy. I knew something had to change, but I didn't know how to speak about it. So I acted, and my life was completely uprooted. However, this was completely necessary because at that time, I was on track to marry that guy who couldn't get his act together at 30 years old. I was on track to be a lifer at Starbucks where I would probably end up working 60 hours a week for $12 an hour. I was not anywhere near alignment. So Jupiter and Uranus completely derailed my life. Uranus will throw you for a loop, but you have power over your mindset. You have so much power in your thoughts. So I'm not going to say that your life is going to be uprooted as aggressively. Surely, if you are out of alignment, it may be uprooted a tad. But when things are ripped away, it's all done with love. It's all done for your highest good. And if you can remember that, if you can keep the hope, everything always works out. That's one of my favorite mantras. Everything always works out because it's true. And if you can believe it, then it's easier to make it through all these uprootings. So that conjunction, 2010-2011, that happened in Pisces and Aries, okay? So Jupiter, an abundance of Uranus unexpected, got it? An abundance of unexpected surrender, Pisces, and Aries, an abundance of unexpected independence. My story, that just tracks, right? Unexpected surrender, unexpected independence. Yeah, I had to let go of a lot of stuff and figure it out on my own. Do you feel how those themes were apparent in that story? So this time in Taurus, it's an abundance of unexpected resources. And there are plenty of ways that unexpected resources can come with ease. My story was so chaotic because I was living with my head up my ass. And to be fair, I do have a rather difficult chart. And when all of that was going down, Jupiter was activating and amplifying my cardinal grand crosses. So what I've learned and what I'd like to teach you is that you can ask the universe to deliver blessings, and you can ask the universe to deliver blessings with ease. You can ask the universe to remove what is out of alignment. You can ask the universe to remove what is out of alignment with ease and grace. Life doesn't have to be such a whirlwind. You get to choose, you get to dictate, but you have to speak up and ask for what you want. So, I don't know what other astrologers you guys listen to. I do know that there is a lot of fear-based astrology out there because people can't see life with a positive spin. I don't know. But I shared my story just to give you some anecdotal evidence of how everything always works out. You know, I went through a weird time in my life. And at the time, I think I was naive about it. I was trying to think, like, why wasn't I more upset? Because I don't remember being like, oh my God, my world is ending. Like, I just knew. I'm like, these things are ending. I'm in this situation right now. I'm getting yelled at every day for some reason. But, you know, it's not going to be like this all the time. And then it wasn't. So, mindset is huge. April says 2010 completely changed your life in the best way. That's why my life is how it is now, the weekend I'm celebrating that and the new. I love it. What were your 2010s and 2011s like? You know, maybe by feeling into that abundance of unexpected surrender, that abundance of unexpected individuality, independence. What was that like for you? And it doesn't mean, please don't get afraid and say that I'm saying that, like, oh my God, your life's going to get uprooted now, because it's really not. It's all about how you process it. Shannon got pregnant and had your daughter in October of 2011. Melinda, June of 2010, started a new job. That was right with that first 0 degree of Aries. Yeah, that led you on a 10-year roller coaster. Janelle got out of the healthcare system. Deborah, mine was rough, decided to stick it through, which hindsight is 2020. Wish I would have taken cues. You guys are welcome. That's one of those things that I'm trying to do more, is just share authentically, right? This is me. I'm not that person anymore, so why be ashamed of it, right? Stacy, 2010, diagnosed with cancer. 3 days ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I don't think I like this particular conjunction. I'm sorry, Stacy. What did you learn, though, from your whole journey from 2010? Where did it bring you that you wouldn't have been if you didn't have that diagnosis? Kieran was in a bad place for a long time before Logan was born in 2014. April, major life event, got divorced after 22 years of marriage. And I'm sure at the time, right, you didn't want to be uprooted, but you miss the guy? Are you unhappy because you got divorced then? Best gift ever? That's what Kieran said, yeah. So I want to use a couple different decks today to ask how we can utilize this conjunction for our highest good. Because we have every ability right now to call in an abundance of unexpected resources. So how I was describing this, I was with my Embody Astrology Patreon group yesterday, and I was talking about like whatever you desire most in life. Okay, don't think just about money. Taurus is about more than just money. Taurus is about resources, tools, skills. That could be literally anything. So what I was saying on my group yesterday is like, look for the random YouTube video that you're just drawn to for some reason and you don't know why. You never know if that's going to spark something and lead you down a new path. Look for the unexpected article, the unexpected book. And even if it's something that isn't directly in alignment with what you want, you still never know what you're going to find in that book, in that video, in that documentary, you know? If you're drawn to something, go for it, especially right now with this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. I'm laughing at myself because I was like drawn to other dudes, right? And that's like the wrong thing to do, but that brought me exactly where I am right now. So whatever you're drawn to, just go for it. Nina says these things have already been flowing in. Everything that you're saying. Beautiful. Beautiful. Someone asked about intimacy, and the comment was removed, I think, because of one keyword. But if you're searching for intimacy, start searching for internet, right? How do I deepen my connection? How do I become more emotionally vulnerable? Because that's what it is. If you want intimacy, it's really the emotional vulnerability. Wow, Jess, my brother and sister died in 2009. 2010 was just trying to survive mentally. 2011 bought a house and got engaged, married in September. Grasping for happiness and distraction, but luckily it all ended up being good things. There's that surrender that came about a year before the conjunction. And there's that independence that you got because of buying a house and entering into a healthy marriage. Thanks for sharing, Jess. So we are, we're going to use the Native Spirit Oracle deck to ask the first question: how can we utilize this conjunction to our highest good? For our highest good. How can we utilize this conjunction for our highest good? Kat, I don't want to read your comment out loud, but I will say this is happening in Taurus. Taurus is also very much linked to the physical body, and Taurus is linked to the senses of the body. Taurus is the sensualist. So if that's the type of intimacy that you need, enjoy your senses. Let Jupiter and Uranus bring an unexpected abundance of feel good. Very Taurus feeling cards. Yeah, native earth. I like to use, I don't know if you guys can see this shelf right here. These are all of my earth sign decks. We have angels and ancestors. That's the Sacred Medicine Oracle. Native Spirit goes in that little chunk. That's the Mystical Shaman deck. And then the Tree of Life, it's not like a earth sign. I just have it there because it doesn't fit anywhere else. But, yeah, I grab from that deck when we have earth signs. Is there a way to report comments if you need to? I'm doing my best to watch your comments, but I got a lot going on right now. So we're asking, how can we utilize this conjunction to our highest good? I gotta change my notes because I want to say 4. How can we utilize this How can we utilize this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction for our highest good? So feel free to send your energy into this deck. I always do group readings, but they always work out, exactly as we need them to. So I'll allow 3 cards to fall out of the deck for us, letting us know how we can utilize this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction for our highest good. Then after the 3 cards make their appearance, I'll show you the backs of them. And I invite you to utilize your intuition, your physical senses. It's Taurus season now. We're going to focus on bodily senses. You could do whatever you want. But if I hold up a certain card and just anything, anywhere, feels different, looks different, sounds different, if you get a weird taste in your mouth, that could mean that that card has an extra message for you, or like a deeper meaning for you. If something also in your physical environment changes, I like to keep an eye on whatever dogs are on my couch. They usually give us some clues. Or, you know, if a bird flies into your window, if a big gust of wind comes, if your heater turns on, your sump pump turns on, that could be the universe speaking to you through your physical reality. Just letting you know, like, hey, pay attention to that card. If you get absolutely nothing, and if you're sitting here and you're like, Jacqui, I felt nothing, your intuition is not broken. It just means that the whole reading holds an equal amount of importance for you. So, how can we utilize this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus for our highest good? Here's the back of card number 1. Here's the back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat which cards are resonating with you, and I will show them one more time just in case. How can we utilize this conjunction for our highest good? Here's the thumbs up again. That freaks me out. The back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let's see who is working with which cards. Tolkien, 1 and 3. Lucy, 1 and 3. Jess, 1 and 3. Christy, 2. Anique, 3. Greg, 2 and 3. Nina, 2. Deep sigh. Cat, 2. Shauna, 1. Becca, all. Eleanor, 3. Karen, 1 and 2. April, 1 and 3. Deborah looks like all 3. April, 3. Julie, all 3. Mimi, 2. Lisa, 3. Jessie, 3. Mary Alice, 3. Joe, 3. Nicole, 1. Elena, all 3. Elisa, 2 and 3. Suzanne, 3. My dog jumped on the bed. Violet, 1. With the yellow sun. Is that a reference from Wednesday? Haha. Melinda, 2. Jenny, all 3 in different ways. Love that. Kieran, 3. Janelle, all 3. Jennifer, all 3. C, for me, it was 2 and 3. Patty, card 3. Lisa, 2. Michelle, 2. Yvonne, 3. Stronger than 2. Nina, 1. Makes my heart patter. 2. Deep sigh. 3. Felt in the jaw. Melinda, 2 and 3. Christine, 2. Diana, 3. Bonnie, 3. Kieran, 3. All day. Lisa, 2. April, 1 at my heart, 2. Elizabeth, 3. Gloria, 2 today. It's also 444 here. Thank you for putting that in the chat. I love me some angel numbers. I love me some angel numbers. Shannon, 3. How can we utilize... Oh, burns so good. You guys ever put cayenne pepper in your tea? It's the best. Excuse me. I'm not a spicy person either. How can we utilize this conjunction, Jupiter-Uranus in Taurus, for our highest good? Card number 1 brings us the Sacred Mountain. Be still and take the time to move into the silent place within yourself. Locate your internal sense of power. Meditate. Wait. Do not move forward until it feels right. Surrender to stillness. Do not take action. If you observe rather than react, you claim your power. From the vantage point of the sacred mountain, your power grows. In silence, you'll find your sacred witness. It is the dwelling place of your soul. In peace, seek and discover your truth. Move past the bustle and clatter of life into some quietude. If you're in pain, don't lash out. Go into it until you find the source so that it can be healed. Resist the temptation to indulge in feelings of stress, urgency, and emergency. Your power is born in silence. This peace gives birth to your serenity. Seek solitude and listen to the voice of your higher self and awaken your inner wisdom. Yeah, why not? This deck gives a journey, so I'll read the journey for these today. Travel to the peaks of hollowed mountains. And if you can't do this in person, travel in your meditation. Imagine yourself high atop a high peak. You can see the world in all directions. Give thanks and offerings to mountains whenever you encounter them. The spirit of the mountain will deeply appreciate your gift. So how can we utilize this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction? Take a chill pill. Just wait. No need to react to whatever chaos is happening. No need to jump into something new. Because what I feel from this card, we're asking how we can best utilize it. Uranus is going to make stuff go nuts. That's his job. He's here to shift it up. So your job, how you can make this work best for you, is to just stand still, observe, watch, sit with your feelings. Don't run from your feelings. Elizabeth is going to Starved Rock today. Oh my gosh. Go meditate with those big rocks. Starved Rock is beautiful. I recommend Matheson. It's down the road. Matheson State Park. Breathtaking. The more I'm thinking back to like my anecdote, right? Like, what did I do? I reacted. I didn't know how to feel my feelings, so I just self-soothed and I jumped to something else, and then look at where it brought me, right? But this is saying, if you're able to just stand and observe and look from your eagle's perch, stand atop the mountain, get a higher perspective, and just pause and find peace in the chaos. It's possible to find peace in the chaos, guys. Elisa, this is wild. I didn't pick one, but it just hit me in real time. Yesterday, I had someone close to me send a really hurtful text and was really out of line. As you pulled that card, they texted me trying to stir up the conversation, and I immediately wanted to respond, and in that moment, you read the card. That is magic. That is magic, Elisa. I love that. I love that. That is common for Mercury retrograde too, for old people to reach out. Not necessarily to stir up drama sometimes, but just hearing from someone from the past. That's very Mercury retrograde. Jenny felt travel when you showed us the back. And then it was about being still, but then travel came back. Could be possible, Jenny, that you need to travel to a place to be physically still. My husband and I are taking like a week trip. We're going to a secluded cabin somewhere in Wisconsin. I don't even know where we're going, but it's just a secluded cabin. There's no one around. There's no internet, because I just want to be uprooted from this. I do my best to be peaceful and still in this, but like, I just want to get away. I just want to go clear my mind for a few days. Thank you so much, Tracy, for your donation. Appreciate it. Nina, that feels good. Speaking truth, Jackie. It's all I do. Stephanie, yeah, if you look at the back, you'll see the hawk saying, take the higher view. The picture on that card is Machu Picchu, April. I can't remember who it was. One of my clients, their Akashic Records brought me to Machu Picchu. April's been there talking about sacred. All right, so with all that hawk talk, card number 2, how can we utilize this conjunction for our highest good? Card number 2 brings us eagle medicine. Kat, once upon a time, I read Akashic Records. Michelle chose 2. You froze when you showed it, so I chose it as it may have been a sign. Hi, Eric. Just stopped what? Hi. We're asking how we can best utilize the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction for our highest good. Card number 2 brings us eagle medicine. Profound connection to the Creator and the heavenly realms. As the eagle soars high above the earth, it has the ability to see things from a higher perspective. Courage and stamina are filling your life. You have the ferocity to right injustice and wrongs done to you or to others. This is the time to face your fear and overcome it. If the Eagle Medicine card has chosen you, you are at the advent of an opportunity to truly see life from a rarefied vantage point. Eagles are considered one of the most sacred of all birds in many tribes and cultures. Their single-minded fierceness, dynamic energy, and ability to soar high are part of the reason for this. This card reminds you to take heart and face fear. You do indeed have the strength to overcome any adversity. You also have a direct line to the Creator. Your prayers are heard and will be answered in accordance with your highest good. You have the capacity to channel extraordinary life force energy through your hands. The journey for this card: go on an inner journey and imagine that you're an eagle. Feel the power of your wings, the clarity of your eyesight, and the power of your talons. As you do this, be aware of the energy of the majestic eagle filling you. That's called a shape-shifting meditation. I've done a handful of those in my day, and they are very powerful. And this is like, it's coming right off of the Sacred Mountain card. So the Sacred Mountain card is telling you to be still. The Eagle Medicine card is telling you to go above, look above the situation. Uproot is another word I got from that. And the eagle has a direct connection to the divine because it soars so high in the sky. So tune into Creator, tune into your source, your spirit guide, your higher self, whoever you choose to work with. Especially with all the chaos, right? Because Uranus has to bring chaos. That's just what he does. There's no way around it. So how can you utilize this conjunction is to look from a higher vantage point. Maybe physically do this shape-shifting meditation. Go into meditation. Imagine yourself as the eagle. Oh, shoot. There's that Ted Andrews book. Ted Andrews, it's called Animal Speak, and he does a lot of feather magic in that book. And I did a meditation at my retreat last year, and what was it? Yeah, birds breathe in when they flap down, and they breathe out as they flap up. It seems counterintuitive. And that's really powerful if you want to like use that breath work in your eagle meditation. But you can visualize yourself literally having that higher vantage point and like fly around your life. Fly above your house and like watch yourself in your real life. Watch the people who you interact with. Just watch them and just notice. And it's not saying you have to go in and like change stuff around, but just take that higher perspective and ask for assistance from Creator. Hannah's been seeing eagles all month. Have you looked up the metaphysical meaning of eagles? Have you connected to the eagle medicine? Because it's clearly trying to work with you right now. Jennifer, I feel like the mountains and eagle could be two viewpoints of the same issue. I mean, eagles fly over mountains. So I guess, do you want a high paused vantage point? Or do you want a higher movable vantage point where you can circle the situation? Hi, Charlotte. I referenced your picture yesterday. I was talking about, someone asked about the moon calendar, and I said that it was a gift from you, and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize I put it next to my yin yang, and your picture is a yin yang. I thought that was cool. Charlotte says these card reads are definitely a great start for some deep journaling. Love that I made this live today. Bonnie did some serious Reiki healing on your son's girlfriend this morning. Oh, wow. I had a message that my card is 3, but listen to the end of 2 that fit. There's powerful energy flowing through your hands. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Eric, boom. I appreciate the eagle energy that is allowing me to see so much while there is so much chaos and unease around me. I can trust the peace inside despite all that is going on. Oh, and you have a signed copy of Animal Speak? I love that book. If you guys have any draw to animal spirits at all, get the book. I love Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. I was going to say something else. I can't remember. This quote comes from Pam Gregory, wonderful astrologer. And I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly how she says it, but don't let your external reality impact your inner reality. It's up to us to learn how to live from the inside out, to create the inner reality that we desire so that it will showcase in the simulation that we create with our eyes. Eric, you have this poster also? That's great. It's a moon calendar. That's wonderful. Trish, can you please give the dates of this conjunction and when we'll all be dealing with this energy? So the conjunction is exact tomorrow, April 20th, but the conjunction is from February through mid-June. So Hannah has to look into it. Deborah's also been having eagle experiences. Erin Marie, last Friday, an eagle swooped down in front of my car as I was driving through my small town. I had never seen one in town before, only in the country. That's very cool. Just trying to tell you something. And sometimes, guys, when animals do that kind of stuff, it doesn't make sense for like months and months and months. I had 2 times that one time I was driving, the other time my husband was driving, and a hawk came just like to my windshield, thought I was going to hit it, and then it swooped and like did something. And it still hasn't fully processed. So just sit with it. Kat feels this resonates so much. I needed to hear this, and yes, we can overcome any adversity. Face of the fear, thank you. Fly high and trust. Eagle is one of your spirit animals too. Christine also loves Animal Speak. Becca, just hours ago, I decided to create a summary for the first time from months of therapy, an overview of the mountain of healing. Of course you did, Becca. Why wouldn't you have done that right before you came to this session? Eric's also seeing eagles all over the place. I love it. Well, this last card doesn't have anything to do with eagles, but let's see. Card number 3. How can we utilize this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction for, our highest good? Card number 3. Answering the call. You've been called. If you're waiting for your life to shift, the waiting is over. Your true and authentic life is happening. If you've been hoping for a sign, this is it. Right now, your spirit guides, ancestors, and loved ones who have passed on are sending you messages, love, and healing. You've been called, and a gateway is opening for communications from these spiritual realms. Now and in the days ahead, signs from spirit will be all around you. Watch for them. Indigenous people look to the clouds, the winds, and the movement of animals to discern the secret messages from the Creator. In Native traditions, life is ruled by signs. Right now, your spirit helpers are telling you that this is your time. The waiting is over. Sometimes we spend so much time waiting for life to happen that we miss the joy in the moment. Cherish the here and now, and know that no matter what concerns you may have, in the deepest sense, you are ready. Believe, follow the signs, and miracles will be abound. Your time is now. The journey for this card, look for signs. They are all around you. The feather that alights at your feet, the penny that mysteriously appears, or the rainbow splashed across the sky may be a sign that spirit is trying to get your attention. Watch your dreams. Messages from spirit are often conveyed in the nocturnal hours. You're being called, you're being reached out to. How do you best utilize the conjunction is you pay attention to the messages that are coming into you and you figure out what they mean for you. The connection with creator, connection with spirit is super individualistic, right? So I know a lot of you guys were saying that eagle medicine was coming up for you. Eagles were visiting you, birds, whatnot. You can use an internet research, right? What's the metaphysical meaning of this? You can use books like Animal Speak. You can use resources. But when it comes down to it, you are your best resource. Your connection, your moral compass, your inner compass, your knowing, your intuition is where you're going to be able to decipher what all of this means. But what I really get, the best way to answer the call, first you gotta take a pause. You gotta stop. You gotta stop trying to push through. You gotta stop trying to figure it all out right now. You gotta take that higher perspective and see things from a different vantage point. See things from above. Watch life through your eagle's perch. That doesn't mean that you're ignoring things. That doesn't mean that you're being a cop-out. It means that you're ascending. Right? We live in this 3D reality. It can get dense, it can get heavy, it can get obligatory. But if you pause and you take yourself a little bit higher and you just watch the situation, that's where spirit wants to talk to you. Spirit speaks in whispers. You got to be listening. If you are trying to buzz, buzz, buzz all around, you're literally your energy is pushing away messages. If you're always in active time, if you're always doing, performing, outputting, your energy is pushing out. When do you get to receive? When you slow down. Stacy, this card is perfect. Darla was dreaming. Tam pulled that card yesterday. Nicole's mom sends rainbows from the other side. Bonnie, that's so true today. I thought about you during this card, Bonnie, because sometimes you tell me that, you know, maybe it doesn't have a meaning. Maybe it's just happening. And I'm like, no, everything has a meaning. There's a reason why the ladybug was here. There's a reason why Piston was acting this way. It's this energy that I'm coming from. Literally everything that happens in your life has a meaning. You get to decide how much you want to read into everything. It can get overwhelming. But if you're looking for signs, that's how they're showing up. Charlotte, this was the Native Spirit Oracle. Stephanie, thank you so much for your donation. Nicole came in right on card 3, right on time. I'm photographing a wedding today, and it's been a crap week. I'm sorry, Nicole. Thank you so much, Charlotte, for your donation. And Eric, thank you guys. Thank you guys. When you guys donate, I've always sent thank you messages on Insight Timer, but it started getting repetitive where I would just think of a different way to say I appreciate your support. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to do like a book dump. So every time I like write my little thank you note, I'm just going to open the page, close my eyes, pick a sentence, and I'll write you a sentence or two. So it seems more fun, a more fun way for me to show you guys my appreciation. So yes, thank you guys for your donations. Jennifer is getting so impatient. You needed to hear this. Jenny, my biggest takeaway from this reading is I knew what the cards would be about just looking at the backs of them. Need to trust my intuition more. I love that. I love that. Answering the call, right? The universe was calling, right? This to you said travel. What does travel mean? Maybe somehow mountains are related to travel in your energetic makeup, you know? I love that. Oh, Stephanie, your first time with me? This has been awesome. Thanks. I'm here most Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, depending on what's going on in the sky. And I'm always at 8:15 Central Time. That's my time spot. Excuse me. We're pulling one more card from a different deck, asking a different question, just to let you know. Excuse me. If you guys are new to me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me here on Insight Timer so you can see when I post my new classes. Like I said, yeah, most Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I submitted my Taurus Embody Astrology course for Insight Timer. I submitted it yesterday. It will be live to the public on Monday morning. But if you're one of my dedicated followers, and if you're in our spiritual community, it's the group I have on Insight Timer, I already posted the link for you guys. This Taurus course is different than the Aries course. This is, you get 5 lessons in the Taurus course. And I don't want to ruin any surprises. You can literally use the course however you want. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but I guess my intention is that you would do lesson 1 whenever, oh shoot, today's Friday. And then you would use lessons 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the Fridays of Taurus season. And I'm just gonna say that. But you could use it however you want, whatever resonates. This bull is excited for the course. Awesome, Eric. Michelle, the group is called Our Spiritual Community. And you can get to it through the link in my Insight Timer teacher page. Let's ask which animal would like to assist us with utilizing this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. So the message that we got was slow down, look from a higher perspective, and look for messages. So let's see what animal wants to add to that. So feel free to send your energy into this deck. We're asking for one final card, one final message. Which animal would like to assist us? Thank you, Karen, so much for your donation. If you guys have been enjoying today's session, if you'd like to offer an exchange of energy in the form of a donation, they're always appreciated. If you prefer to donate off of Insight Timer, I do have links for PayPal and Venmo in my Insight Timer bio. That is where you can I have one link there, and that link is to my link tree, which takes you to all the places that you would want to be if you want to hang out with Jacqui. Being that it's Taurus season today, sometime in the next few days, I'm going to be sending out my Taurus email update. So if you're not on my email list, feel free to join it there. I really only send emails when I have something actually important to tell you guys about. I'm not a spammer, just to like keep the communication open. But I'm going to be sending out shortly my Taurus Spotify playlist. These are just like fun little playlists that I've put together of actual real like radio music. And it's just a fun way to bring more Taurus energy into your life. And then I'll post the link for my Insight Timer Taurus course in the email. Once I get the video version up, I'll post a link so you guys can have the video version of my course that's off of Insight Timer. So, I'm trying to think of what else might be in there. I don't know. You gotta join to see what other surprises I have up my sleeve. Michelle, this has been a fantastic experience. Thank you so much, Jacqui. Thank you so much, Michelle. Anique loves this deck. Christine, my second favorite deck. This is a gift from Christine. Thank you so much. I love using this deck. April, it feels like 2 are gonna pop out. Was I right? No. No, I had a grouping fall out and then I put it back in. But the animal that would like to assist us with this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, card number 14, the Chameleon Spirit, act as if. Chameleon Spirit shares her gift with you today to prepare you for changes that will greatly benefit you. Outer conditions are changing, and you are required to come into harmony with them so you can co-create your greatest dream. Feeling sensitive? Good, because that will come in handy, enabling you to determine how to best adapt to your environment and the people in it, while at the same time maintaining your integrity and inner equilibrium. Even if you feel like you are in uncharted territory, Chameleon Spirit has complete faith in your ability to fit in and learn the lay of the land, adapting as necessary. This is a fortunate time to act as if and do as others do until the new ways feel familiar and completely natural. Life is offering you a great lesson now. Adapting isn't about losing yourself. It's about learning how to dance with others. Being sensitive and having empathy for others can become a heavy burden if you don't practice self-care. Could it be that you're feeling stressed because you've turned into challenging emotions that aren't even yours? Chameleon Spirit does not want you to adapt to these conditions by withdrawing or distracting yourself, hoping the feelings will just go away, or attempting to rescue another who may be having a pity party. You can be swallowed up trying to manage it all. It is time to figure out where you end and the rest of the world begins. Not all conditions are yours to match. You need to distinguish your own color from the rest of the world right now and take time to soothe your sensitive soul. Choose some activities that will restore your sense of being grounded and avoid people who revel in drama. Take a break from social media too. Self-care and a timeout is the answer to this temporary dilemma. Yeah, this card resonates completely. You're going through changes? This is a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction? You don't say. What I realized about this card deck as I was reading this deck gives us an oracle message and then a protection message. And I feel like I could utilize this deck in a different way, where the oracle message would be if the card is upright, protection message would be reversed, because I feel like we got two separate messages. The first half of the card was saying like, hey, fake it till you make it. Your world is changing. Just do what other people that have what you want are doing. That doesn't mean that you're losing yourself. That means that you're adjusting your energy to what you want. And then the second message was saying that it's time to withdraw. It's time to go in. It's time to take care of yourself, which I guess you could take both. Yeah, I guess we can take both, because Jupiter-Uranus is causing everything to change. So fake it till you make it. It really is a really good strategy. I learned that when I was student teaching, and that made me a really good teacher, because I was just telling myself like, oh, I'm the best teacher ever. And now I really am the best teacher ever. So if you want to be whatever version of yourself, act as if. Act as if you already have the thing. That's what I talk about in my I Am ritual also. It's available through my Linktree if you're interested, but that is a ritual where you put yourself in the mindset of this idealized version of yourself. This is exactly what I want. This is exactly what my life looks like. I feel this way. And then your job is to act as if you're already feeling that way. So here's exactly what Chameleon Spirit is telling you. So what is it about the Taurus energy, finances, resources, skills, tools? What is it about that energy that you so desire? Act as if you got it. Fake it till you make it. Do what the people who have what you want do. And then the second half of this card is if you are too intertwined with someone else, intertwingled. If you're too intermingled with someone else and you're taking on their problems, you're taking on their drama, you go to your sacred mountain. You become your sacred mountain. You go up into that eagle medicine spirit. You go toward that higher vantage point. And then ask spirit to send you messages. Ask the universe to send you a sign, right? I do this all the time. It's a really good practice. If this is in alignment with my highest good, please show me this within the next 24 hours. And I am often blown away. I am often blown away by how messages are delivered. Last weekend, I asked my aunt who's on the other side, she used to call me Ladybug. So I always ask her, like, hey, if this is for me, send me a ladybug. And I asked her, and then I waited and I waited and I waited and I saw nothing. And then we went riding the next day, and my friend had a dead ladybug shoved in his bike, like on one of the, I don't even know what it's called, but there was a dead ladybug shoved in there. And I was like, okay, I hear you. And then we were riding, and then we were behind a car, and the car's license plate said Ladybug. And then the car next to it had a number on it that I associate with my aunt, and I was just like, this is freaking magic. Life is freaking magic. But you experience more of the magic when you slow down, and you pause, and you just accept what's happening, and then you say, hey, what can I use? What tools, right? Use those messages that are coming towards you as tools. Wow. What are you guys talking about? Thank you so much, Nicole, for your donation. I appreciate you. Eleanor, it's card 14, and that's your birth date. I love that. I noticed also 14 reduces down to a 5. 5 is all about change. 5 is about temporary setbacks. So if your life feels like it's in complete upheaval right now, it's temporary. It's not permanent. Nothing is ever permanent. It's the most beautiful lesson that you can learn. Diane, not fake it till you make it. No faking, but rather be it till you become it. I like that, Diane. I think the faking is for our ego. Our ego convinces us that we're someone else. So you have to like convince your ego through your subconscious that, yeah, this is me. Of course I make this much money. Of course I have this nice car. Of course I have this, you know? Jennifer loves everything about this card, the beauty in it and the meaning. It's probably just become my favorite card. You gonna start working with chameleon energy, Jennifer? That was actually, I really want a chameleon. I always look at them at Petco. I want to name it Mrs. Crowley. Let me know if anyone gets that reference. It's one of my favorite movies. Elizabeth, you are the best teacher ever. Thank you. I had to fake it till I made it. It made Athena a fantastic nurse. Whatever you think you are is your reality, Christine. It took me a really long time to understand that saying, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. 20-year-old Jacqui with her head up her ass was like, what does that even mean? I don't get it. Jenny, maybe you need to retreat and more self-care to be able to keep faking it till you make it and hang out with the right people. I like the way that you spun that, Jenny. You need to practice more self-care instead of always giving to others and making others comfortable. Because when you fill yourself up, then you can act as if. You can act as if you already are that person. You already have that thing. Nina, this gives us hope. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Nicole. You always feel better after coming here. You know, me too. I came on here not feeling too hot. My throat was scratchy. I don't feel great, but I feel a lot better than when I first got here. So thank you guys for spending your Friday morning with me. I really appreciate just the camaraderie. I love the discussion. I love the stories. I love the questions. I really like being here with you guys. I'll be back on Monday, same time, 8:15 Central. On Monday, we're going to talk about the upcoming Scorpio full moon. The Scorpio full moon happens on Tuesday, so you'll have a day of prep. So yeah, you guys got the messages. I said them 1,000 times. And we have until mid-June to utilize this energy. So meditate more, go above the situation, look for messages, act as if you already have exactly what it is that you desire. Because, oh my gosh, I can talk for hours and hours. It's already existing. It already exists. It's in the ether. And if you act as if, that's how you start to materialize it, Taurus. This is making too much sense, guys. I gotta go. Sending love to all. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for your support. I love you guys. I'll see you on Monday. I hope that video was just as insightful for you as it was for all of us. Darla and I really appreciate you being here with me. Thank you for liking this video, sharing it with a friend who you think would benefit, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, drop a comment and let us know what you got from this video. What was your biggest insight or takeaway? If you want to see what else I'm working on, click on my link tree. It's right underneath this YouTube video. We'll see you next time. Take care.